Knowing your fashion red flags, in my opinion, is just as important as knowing your red flags and looking for a potential partner, because people come and go, but clothing, unfortunately, does stay on this planet for a very long time, sometimes forever. And so helping yourself not make potentially regretful purchases is very important.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hello, today I'm sharing my fashion red flags, which is just another way to say clothing I hate, styles, silhouettes, colors, textures, etc. that I don't like and I always end up regretting. I've made a couple of videos similar to this in the past, which have been so helpful in helping me not make as many regretful purchases as I used to, because a lot of these I actually like, but for whatever reason I never wear and I always regret buying. And when you are in the thrift store of you've been there for 3 hours, everything is looking the same, having a list to remind yourself of, I am never gonna wear this, why am I thinking about even buying it? Or maybe there is a trend that is starting to influence you because everyone and their moms is wearing it. Keeping yourself accountable for, based on history again of things that you've bought that you regret, like why would you make that same mistake again? So writing down the things that if they have any of X, Y, and Z you cannot buy is super crucial in developing your personal style. And I wanted to share some of mine today. I actually have like a 30 item list of like my absolute knots of buying, but I am gonna only be sharing 11 today because I don't want to be too much of a complainer and kind of Debbie Downer. I mean, it's not a Debbie Downer. I look at it as like a positive of, again, it's not that I absolutely hate these and I love them on other people, but there's no reason for me to purchase them because I have regretted it and I don't want that to happen again. The first thing I will not buy if it has this is anything I have to tie, which sounds silly because I am wearing, well, it's a scarf, but it is kind of tied, but like not really. Basically anything that needs to be like properly tied that is crucial for the clothing item, I will not buy. I own a couple of pieces that I have to tie to wear, and every time it puts me in a bad mood. I am angry, especially when it comes to necklaces. I own a couple and just like my hair is getting caught in it. Also bandanas. I wanted to wear a bandana today and I just like couldn't get over the annoyance of trying to put it on, it getting caught, then it doesn't lay like perfect. That's the other thing, not only like the annoyance of like tying it, but it's never perfect. At least with an adjustable strap, I can get like both straps slightly like as close as I can, but tying each strap, like it's always gonna be higher on one side. Even bathing suits, the halter like I hate it because it's never gonna be perfect. It's either too loose or too tight, and when it's too tight I try to make it more loose and then it's too loose and then I try to make it tighter and then it's too tight. And that's how I feel about halter tops. As cute as they are, especially for summertime, I just know myself and I will never end up wearing it because I'm annoyed by the fact that I have to tie it. I also feel the same thing about wrap dresses and wrap skirts, which I feel has a little bit less of an issue of like it not being a perfect tie, because usually the way that it lines up is fine, but it's just the idea of having to tie it and it just like never being perfect in my head of how it's supposed to fit because of the way that I tied it. And just the like layering action of like fabric and then another fabric and then tying it just actively makes me angry. And I know that is so weird, picky, very detailed, but that's the whole point of a list like this, is being as detailed and as silly as possible, because at the end of the day that is a stopping reason for me wearing something. I am not allowed to buy any pointed toe shoes because anytime I bought pointed toe shoes, I never wear them because I just don't like the silhouette on me. And it may be just because I am tall, or I'm like average tall, like 5'6.5", 5'7". I don't know, different doctors tell me different things, so I'm gonna lean on 5'7", but my height is in my legs. And from people that I've watched that are on the shorter side say that they love pointed toe heels and boots because it elongates their legs, and I haven't like had that problem of wanting my legs to be longer. Actually, as a teenager, all I wanted was to be shorter. I wanted to be 5'2" so bad because I was like 5'5" in 5th grade. had my growth spurt very early, but now it's not because of an insecurity of not wanting to look taller, because I have chunky like platform boots that I wear all the time. I just hate the silhouette on me. And maybe it's also, okay, maybe it could be coming from the insecurity of growing up and feeling like I had big feet. I've been a size 9.5, 10. Sometimes I can be a size 11, and my feet are also flat. So like they do give flippers sometimes, but that's okay. Chic flippers. I guess a pointed toe does like elongate specifically the foot, so it could subconsciously still be an insecurity thing. But even from a like, do I think this is cute on me or not, I just don't think it's cute on me. Like I'd rather wear a round toe. Ooh, a square toe? Are you kidding me? Like, I love shoes, and there are certain styles just like do it for me. And because the pointed toe does not do that for me, it's just like, why? Just like, Alexa, don't do it. Do not do it. Don't get me wrong, there can be a time and a place for patent leather, but for me, there is no time and place for where I am going to be excited to wear it. I just don't like the look of patent leather. It just reminds me of plastic, because it literally is real leather with a plastic or it says a lacquer finish to achieve a glossy appearance. And so it just reads like fake leather to me, which makes me think of it peeling really easily, even if it's like, again, real leather, but it's just like the coating on top of it. It's just too shiny. I would prefer, especially in a shoe, a leather that, you know, it has a little bit of shine, but patent leather is just like so shiny. I have two ballet style heel flats that are in a patent leather, and I just really regret buying them and not waiting until I could find them secondhand in a matte leather, because now I'm like, well, I don't want to buy a like similar shoe and not patent leather because I already own these. Like I should just keep wearing these, but I hate that they're patent leather, but I don't want to say goodbye to them because it's just such a waste. And so it's kind of just in my head like revolving of how much I hate them, which I mean, then at that point, like I should just say goodbye to them and give them a new home. But I'm just being stubborn because I spent money on them, and I am upset with myself that I spent money on them when I knew that I would much rather have liked them not being patent leather. I know this one is going to be unpopular because for some people, this is like a big purchasing factor of like why they would buy something, and that is pockets in skirts or dresses. And if it's not a structured fabric that like can hold itself, don't put a pocket in it. Okay, and like hear me out. It just creates a weird bulge. The fabric is just like this excess amount of fabric, and depending on how thick the fabric is laying on top, it just doesn't look right. And I have the bigger phone, so like it's heavy. Even if it fits in the pocket, it's going to weigh the piece down. And even like my keys, I couldn't even use the pockets for my keys because it's gonna weigh it down, and then like one side is gonna be falling down, and I just wish they didn't have pockets because I'm never going to use them. And if anything, they're creating a nuisance of having this excess fabric on the side that is ruining the outfit, in my personal opinion. I would even say I have some like pinstripe suit pants that have fake pockets on the front. And like, I don't want to be pro fake pockets because that has plagued women's jeans for way too long. But on a like thinner fabric item, that having the additional fabric is just going to look weird, and I'm not going to use it anyway. But the idea of a look of a pocket, like it does add an interesting element to it just without that excess fabric. I'm really trying to explain my case, but I know you all are shaking your heads. But for me, I am not going to be purchasing any skirts or dresses if they have pockets. I recently got that like blue checkered skirt, So cute, but I'm so irritated by the pockets. They actually don't even like have a bulge or anything. It's just like the slit on the side that I'm like, I just wish that wasn't there. I really don't know why I dislike this one so much, but a knit, like a cardigan with a zipper, like even the idea of that makes my skin crawl. Again, for all of these, like I already said, like do not care what anyone else wears. Like everyone looks amazing, but like I will just never buy one myself because I hate the texture of a hardware with the soft knit. Like it just in my mind I'm just like I just like the idea of it. I do not like, and I have found so many beautiful chunky vintage cardigans at the thrift store that I'm like, oh my god, I want this so bad. But it has a zipper. Actually, when I did my thrifting at 5 different thrift stores, the one cardigan it was a vest that I tried on and I didn't get. One of the reasons, not only because I wish it was like a proper cardigan, but one of the reasons was because of the zipper. I just hate that there's a zipper. I just want buttons. It's not even with the look of it, because with that one, you couldn't even see the zipper because of the way that the fabric folded over it. It's just the idea of the zipper on me with a knit, which, I mean, a hoodie with a zipper, like how is that any different? But like it is. The textures are different. Please, if anyone feels the same or like has the same reaction, please let me know that I'm not alone, or that I am alone and there's something wrong with me. I feel like a lot of you are gonna be really surprised about this one, but I absolutely hate satin or velvet shoes, which I have had velvet shoes in the past and it has just like reaffirmed my hatred for those types of textures in shoes, which I love velvet. I'm wearing a velvet top right now, velvet dresses, velvet skirts, velvet, literally everything and anything but shoes. And the same thing goes for satin. It's just the idea of like going outside, potentially stepping in a puddle, or just like I don't even live somewhere that has like extreme weather or like extreme conditions. I'm not even like really walking many places. Like I'm usually just going into my car and then going into a place. Yet the idea of having that type of texture on my feet just makes me feel uncomfortable. And I had gotten so many people tagging me, sending me in DMs. Even my friend Carrie had sent me the Doc Marten velvet shoes that they had come out, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is so you. And it is so me, and it is so cute. I can't wear them. It like, I have the same reaction to a zipper and a knit. I'm like, I think it's so cute, but just like I would never wear them. I just wouldn't want to get them messed up. And you would think, oh, if I was wearing a satin fabric as like a dress, I would probably more likely end up accidentally dropping something on it than my shoe. But there's just something about it being close to the ground that it's an absolute no for me. I am very particular in the neckline silhouettes that I bought. I mean, I'm very particular as you can tell with a lot of things, but with the necklines. And actually recently I've been getting more into like V-neck tops, which would have usually been on this list as an absolute no, but I have found a style of shirts that have a V-neck that I feel comfortable with, but I'm still like a little, like I'm not gonna buy a lot of them, but the ones that I have, I do like, and it is very like 90s, so in like a vintage 90s way. But cowl necks will never change my mind. This is forever an absolute no, which is really sad because there's so many beautiful vintage 90s cowl neck tops that I see at the thrift store or different like flea markets that have so many elements in a top that I would like, but the cowl neck, for me, it just never sits right, or it like shows my chest too much and I don't want to wear a tank top under it. It just like ruins it. It never lays how, say, it lays when somebody is wearing it in a photo. Once you start moving around, it's just like flapping everywhere. And I've tried different sizes as well. It's just the cowl neck neckline in general that just does not work for me. And actually recently I saw Jess Blair wear one in a recent thrift with me, and I was like, wait, she looks amazing in a cowl neckline. Should I warm up to cowl necklines? Should I thrift a cowl neckline top? And absolutely not. Like, I instantly was like, no, no, no. Go back to your list, Alexa. That has been a big no for me, probably for the past 4 years. Maybe I've bought one in that time and obviously didn't keep it because it does not work for me. One of my biggest annoyances in clothing is when there's a waistband, specifically in jeans or pants. The waistband goes all the way around. It's like that ruching. I'll show examples. And there's no belt loops. A pant with just that ruching on the waist, it feels and looks like sweatpants. And okay, there's a pro when it comes to like sizing. It can fit you, you know, depending on the day, it can stretch out, it can fit more people. Like, okay, we're taking all that and we're just putting it in the corner real quick. Why can't it have belt loops? Just to like cover it a little bit. Like, you can add a belt on top of it, but it just doesn't sit the same if there were belt loops. One of my favorite ways of brands adding that type of like ruching waistband effect is just having it in the back. Big Bud Press, their pants have it in the back. So like the front, it's kind of giving mullet. You have business in the front with the belt loops and then party in the back with the stretchy waistband. Also, I have some plaid Minga London pants that have the same thing, and it just transforms the look when there are belt loops, or it's like a half and half. And also, this may be because a belt is kind of like my safety blanket. It just like always pulls a look together when I feel like it's missing something. And so when it has like the waistband and the like ruching detail or a drawstring, hate the drawstring. Again, I understand we're comfort, it being able to work on so many sizes. I get it. I totally get it. Again, we're putting that to the side. Just, there's a time and a place for it, but it's very rare for that to be something that makes sense that I like with my style. This is a new one that is on my fashion red flags list because I have realized I just don't wear it and I don't really know how to style it currently, but I used to be really into it. And that is a tapered leg jean. And I guess almost kind of like a mom jean, even like a pant. I had found these green pants the other day at the thrift store that you will see in a future thrift with me that were this like deep green, so cute, high rise. They kind of gave me a 90s feel, but the tapered leg was just so intense that I just couldn't envision any of my shoes with it. And I think it just shows how much my style has changed from 2018, 2019, because I 100% would have bought it and worn it with like my chunky like white dad sneakers, which love that look, but it's just not really me. And I'm finding with a lot of the jeans that I own that do have a very tapered leg, I'm not wearing them because any of the shoes that I wear normally with more of a straight leg, they don't look as good and it just looks a little funky. I'm still keeping all of my really tapered leg mom jeans that I've thrifted over the past couple of years, just putting them kind of to the side right now because I just can't envision them not in the way that I used to style them. And when I try to style them right now, it makes me not want to keep them because I'm like, oh, I hate the silhouette. It just doesn't look how I want it to look. And so I'm just putting it to the side because I feel like I'm in a, you know, little journey with my style right now. A straight leg style isn't that different, but it does make a difference. Like the slight difference in the leg in the silhouette that I'm currently wanting in my style right now, it just looks so much better, at least to me personally, on me. I could totally change like next week and go back to my super tapered leg jeans. Again, that's why I'm keeping them because I know I love them. Just like I'm in a season right now. I'm in a fashion season where the tapered leg and me are just not meeting in the middle, and so we're taking a break. I am not allowed to buy any new ones because if I'm already not wearing the ones that I have, I should not buy new ones because then I'm also not gonna wear them. Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what is on your fashion red flags list. Again, I really want to emphasize that this is super, super personal and it's more of just, again, things that I do like, but I need to hold myself accountable and not buy because of, again, me always regretting it. Now, it can be possible that my mind could change in the future. There have been things on my like absolute no, I hate this style list that are not on my list anymore, that I've like warmed up to and I actually really enjoy and now are like core parts of my style. That totally happens. Nothing is set in stone, but at this moment in time, I know that these are the things that I should not buy. If you would like to see my face again, then make sure to subscribe right down below. Also follow me on Instagram, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!